When I started out to my unwilling journey through chronic pain after a devastating car crash, I discovered what science started to show and prove by neuroimaging techniques years later. I experienced that the sensation of pain consists not only of the stabbing, burning, tearing, etc., but its tone and how I felt it was heavily influenced by the amount of stress and fear I experienced. Today, we know that the threat detection of the brain plays a major part in how much you suffer when pain shows up. The first step in dealing better with chronic pain is understanding what's happening to you. In this video, I want to show you how this works, and in the end, I have a little extra for you. Hi, I'm Gideon from PAIN.PAUSE.LIVE, licensed psychotherapist in Germany, specialized on the treatment of chronic pain patients, honored with the German Pain Award for Science and Pain Medicine in 2022, and, as I already hinted to, a chronic pain patient myself. In this channel, I want to inform on a personal and scientific sound basis about chronic pain. A short notice before we start. This video is intended for educational purposes only and not as a substitute for psychotherapy or medical treatment in any way. If you suffer from symptoms like constant pain, please consult your doctor. What had largely been overlooked by science for a long time is the role of our brain when experiencing pain. To put it on a very simple level, our brains decide upon whether we feel pain or not. There's no place else in our body to decide upon that. This is one of the premises for understanding pain better. Just like we feel anxiety in our bodies, it is also decided upon in our brains. It's decided if we feel it all and how much of it. The same holds true for pain. Of course, certain actions in the periphery of our bodies, like bigger structural damages, make it very likely for the brain to set off the alarm system of pain. There are specialized fibers called nociceptors that report the damage to the central nervous system. If enough of the information reaches our brain, it will most likely respond with pain. But wait, there's much more to it than simple nociception after the damage is done. You have to understand that a lot of areas in your brain are involved in the process. And a lot of them deal with threat detection, stress, and fear. For example, when you see possible harm approaching, be it a hammer falling down on you, a wasp landing on your hand, an icy street to cross when you're not stable in walking, all this is detected as a potential danger and a source of pain by your senses. Your brain will set up immediately everything to be prepared for pain. It's primed. The bigger the danger is your threat detection discovers, the worse the pain feels. And it might soar up when you're taken by surprise, being hit by something you didn't see coming, twisting your ankle when feeling safe. Even more so, activates the threat system and pain will shoot up. Now, what we know today is that we can't just feel the pain sensation alone. It's always a mixture of the sensation, the emotions, and thoughts going along with it. And here, threat detection, stress, and fear that move along with it play a crucial role. Just like pain, the other two are also a warning system, helping us to survive. This is quite fine in acute pain, but it can be devastating in chronic pain. In most forms of chronic pain, there's no acute threat to your body or health. There's no new structural damage each time it hurts. But the threat detection, and by this the triggered stress response, will come anyway. And it will make the situation even more miserable. So you could say that there's pain and the suffering is broadcast free of charge. One who understood this early on is Wilbert Fordyce. Without all the knowledge of the brain we have today, he already hinted in that direction. Today, we know that the stress response in the body can increase the level of pain we feel, while extreme stress can cut us off from pain. The normal and especially the long-lasting kinds of stress will clearly emphasize our suffering. Actually, your brain is a big survival machine. It's designed to survive in a world that can be very hostile. So every hint of danger is of foremost importance to it. But it's not only actual danger that will trigger our threat detection. As we know today, it can be imagined danger also. If we think of a difficult situation in our lives, we can already feel ourselves tensing up, becoming uncomfortable, and so on, right? I always compare it to meerkats. Do you know meerkats? Those little nice fellows living in large family units. While some look for food or play, others are on the watch out, tensed up, very attentive. They constantly scan their surroundings for a potential threat. And can you relate to the situation when you can feel the pain building up a little bit inside yourself and your alarm system is already on the watch out? It's just like these little meerkats on duty. Now, just as a side thing while I tell you about the meerkats, if you're interested in learning a simple, short, yet effective technique to soothe your brain and calm your inner meerkats down, sending them back to play and relax, you can get it for free as a short audio guide by clicking the link down in the description or the comments. Now, the thing about chronic pain is that often enough there's no actual threat, but it feels like an acute damage or disease, doesn't it? As soon as your brain signals pain or a situation where pain might be expected, all the inner meerkats jump up and fulfill their duty, tirelessly scanning the surroundings for potential harm. This in itself feeds back into the pain loop and increases what we feel as pain. So we speak about a mutually reinforcing circle, or as it is often called in psychotherapy, a vicious circle. What's pretty unknown here is that it doesn't matter from where you step into the circle to feel pain. Remember, your brain decides upon the pain. And since our stress system in the limbic area of the brain and the somatic sensory cortex, where we find the pain threshold, are so closely linked, one can trigger the other. Both sides are like best buddies, always informing each other. Here comes your goodie in the end. The power of pain acceptance. And while this doesn't sound like good news at a first glance, it's actually a big chance to change something. While Each discipline in pain therapy is pretty lousy in making the pain go away once and for all. Psychotherapy, hypnotherapy, or whatever you do on a psychological level isn't any different. But we are actually pretty good in dealing with stress, fear, and anxiety. And this is where you can get the foot in the door most easily. Teach your brain how to calm down. Soothing your brain, your inner Meerkats, will have a direct impact on how you feel the pain. It makes a huge difference. All the concepts that work and teach your brain to calm down circle around pain acceptance. Certain kinds of psychotherapy like acceptance and commitment therapy, ACT, or pain reprocessing therapy are especially effective, and they do exactly this. So have fun trying it out, and don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell.